Hello, this is R&R Windows and Doors, windowpartcenter.com, and today we are going to look at part number 555, which is the old style Truth mortise lock box that are for sliding patio doors. This is the old style, and you can tell if it's the old style is because it has this square housing for the operator. And this one comes with the pocket faceplate that is set in, and the hooks, when engaged, lift up and then down. And when you engaged it, that is how the locks look. Now this style is discontinued and no longer available. So there is a replacement part, and it's not a direct replacement. You do have to do a little retrofitting, which is this guy right here. This is our 558. It has the same pocket faceplate. They are the same overall length. The mounting screw holes line up. The only difference you will see is when you engage it. The latches go the opposite direction of the old style, like so. The other thing you will notice is where the tailpiece of your lock goes. The old one, you either had one or the other, depending on your manufacturer and which handle set you used. The new one, they have the cylinder in both spots, so it doesn't matter if you have the top or bottom. The cylinder will go in, and it's a double action one there for you. So it's universal that way with a lot of different door manufacturers and the handles they use. One thing that you'll need to do though, if you're replacing this old one with this new one, when I line these up, that this part that goes into your door panel is shorter than the new one on the top and the bottom. So on a wood door, you are going to need to chisel out some of that wood in that door prep where this mortise comes in. So it's just this little part up here you need to mortise out, and this little part up here you have to mortise out with some wood chisels for it to accept this new one. The other thing is, if you have this old Truth mortise lock box and you replace it with the new one like this, the keepers are not interchangeable, so you need a new keeper. The old keeper looked like this. The new keeper looks like this. And they are not interchangeable. They do not accept, the old style does not accept the new style hook. So that's why you have to replace the old style with the current style with the new one. They are sold separately, and then this is discontinued, and so is this old style keeper. We do have a few left in stock, but once it is gone, it will no longer be available. And if you need to replace the keeper or this, you will have to go with a brand new set. You'll have to buy one of each of the new style. And so this old square housing, like I've said, is discontinued. This sample that I have still has the pocket faceplate, which this one replaces because it has the pocket faceplate. It's just this style mechanism now. There is also a flush faceplate shown here, and it comes in the new style as well. This one I see more in vinyl door applications, and this one in wood aluminum clad. But either faceplate you have, if you have this square with either the pocket or the flush, one of these two should be able to replace that. We have dimensions for you to verify, but just make sure you have the same faceplate, and then you'll have to maybe retrofit this part in there to fit. So to replace your mortise lock box, you first have to remove your handle, and that is done just by removing your two mounting screw holes. Depending on your handle set, you could have 2 or 3 of them. This particular one only has 2, and they just unscrew with a Phillips screwdriver. And before I completely unscrew it, I'm going to put the phone down. When you unscrew this, because this is screwed in through here, holding this outside handle set on. So as you unscrew it, you want to hold your one hand out here because when you remove both of these screws, you don't want your handle to fall off and get damaged. And then your handle just removes from the door once those two mounting screw holes have been removed. And be careful that your exterior handle does not fall off. So now that the handle set is removed, we can remove the mortise lock box. It just is set in with these two mounting screw holes. So here is what the inside of that pocket looks like for the mortise, and you can see this was one that this was all here, and then we just had to chisel out a little bit more on the inside to accept that new style mortise lock box. Now to reinstall, once you have that chiseled out, put it in there, reuse your same mounting screws, and screw them back down.
So for this handle, it has a keyed lock on the outside. So this tail piece shown here is going to go into the bottom cylinder. Depending on your door manufacturer, it could go in the top or bottom, depending on the handle set they used. And if your door does not have an exterior keyed lock, that tail piece would be on the latch on the inside door handle.
And then to reattach your outside handle, it's this piece right here that's going to hook on to that tail piece from your exterior handle. So the easiest way I find is you can put it on. Once you have it in there, I kind of wiggle this interior lock to get that tail to set inside this cross piece. Now that our inside and outside handle is put on, we just replace the two mounting screw holes. And you'll just want to hand tighten. You don't want to use a drill, as you don't want to over tighten your handle. And then to check for operation, close your door. You'll know when that lock is on that tail piece because you won't be able to fully turn it to be able to engage the lock. This is a safety feature that this has to be depressed in for this lock to turn. It's hard to do one-handed. For this lock to turn, to engage both your top and bottom hooks. And this